Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit that notification bell, get all the updates. That's it for today's video. So it's the third part in a three-part series. I feel like Dwight from The Office. The idea, the inspiration for this, and most of the idea does come from Eat, Drink, Listen. And so again, for the third time, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And he and I have discussed, these kinds of topics. And then I was just like, all right, it was going to be like one kind of just hype. And I'm like, no, I think I want to divide it into three. And this one, as you can tell from the title, basically what I'm looking for in the comment section from you guys is shout out a brewery or many breweries, and I guess beers as well, since I've actually been doing breweries and beers about hype, that you think deserve more hype. So this is just kind of like a positive shout out kind of video. So definitely in the comments below, do brewery or breweries, beer or beers. And I'm realizing that I didn't think of a beer or beers ahead of time because I was actually just going to talk about a couple breweries. But I think I can go with it. It'll make the video a little bit longer, which helps the algorithm. The longer you watch, the better I do. So there's a little guilt to make sure you watch. All right. So in terms of breweries, I had two I wanted to mention. One local one because I like having a little bit of a local, flair to it, and then one guess of I think some people are going to say. So a local one. I love Artisanal Brewworks, local brewery to me. They're the ones who definitely got some hype when they did, and they continue to do their Warheads beers. And then they branched out and started doing some Warhead sours as well. So they definitely, like when that hit for them and for me, big. Like I gained a bunch of subs. I had huge views for like my videos about the Warheads beers. I know for them, they sold a lot of those beers and continue to. And again, those seltzers are popular. So like they got, in an interesting way, they got hype for that specific thing, but they make some really awesome beers. And actually, here's a beer I wish was more hyped from them. So this is all working out great. Their triple IPA is, I think, the best triple IPA I've ever had. And if you watch a lot of my videos, I think brewers are getting better at making them, but man, like if I taste any alcohol in that style, it's just a big turnoff for me. And again, I think breweries have gotten better, so there's some stiff competition, but their triple IPA, it delivers what I want, and then it has, like in an IPA, and that has, and I know IPAs can have the next thing I'm about to say, it has like just enough of this dank weediness that, like, I don't know, for some reason it works so well with the beer, everything else in that beer, and it just kind of like takes it up this extra notch. I think it's phenomenal. So I do wish, a lot of people have known them because these Warhead beers, but I wish they kind of knew a little bit about some of the other beers they make. They make a really nice quadruple ale. The name escapes me. I know they won at least one award for it. But so there's a nice local one, besides Fiden's, obviously, that I think should get some hype. One that I've had, and I'm kind of going with two breweries that have a lot of nice different styles, and they do these styles well. And as I'm saying this, and you watch a lot of my reviews, you might guess one or two of them already. They both begin with an F. So Free Will, I got turned on to them by Keith from 93 Lumber, talking about them. And then I've, because of a few people, I've gotten to try some of their different beers. They do a lot of different styles very well. I just had a Creek that I posted Tuesday of this week. So I've had everything from like, I think 8 years old Creek to barrel-aged stouts with a bunch of adjuncts. And everything in between, some lagers, like just really nicely made beers. And I think people... some people know them, but I would love to see them get even more recognition. And wishing hype on people is, double-edged sword a little bit, because right, if they get like super popular, that might suck for you as a consumer, but I think they deserve it. And the other one, I've had a couple people share beers from these guys, but it's mostly been Steven. Fox Farm. Talk about a brewery that does a lot of different styles really well. And like I was saying about Free Will, I mean, I've had a lot of different kinds of beer at this point from Fox Farm. All of them have been good to great. So at worst, they were good, and a lot of different styles. The one that I'm predicting, I feel like I'm hearing a lot of people talk about North Park lately. So I feel like some people in the comments might say North Park is one that they think should be getting more hype. I didn't want to lead people watching this too much with too many brewers I think deserve hype, or that people are going to, that I'm like gonna predict people are gonna say in the comment section, because it's like the teacher thing. I don't want to lead my students to an answer. I want them to try to figure it out. So I want to give them as little as possible. So it's kind of, not that you're my students, I'm trying to go just a little bit as possible, because I really want authentic responses back. But I do anticipate maybe some North Park. That seems to kind of be one that is getting some more hype, but I think people are going to be saying like, no, they deserve even more hype. And then again, for a beer, I'm going to go Artisanal's triple IPA. It's so good. But anyway, so hyped beer or beers, ones that deserve more, I mean, and then brewery or breweries that deserve more hype. Comment section below. It's because those conversations going. My favorite part about doing this channel is the interactions, and it's hard for me sometimes to do live streams, so this is the best way I can think to do it. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and on Tapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.